On the edge of a quiet city lived a boy named Noah. You probably wouldn't notice him, not because he was invisible, but because he just didn't speak much. While other kids were laughing and shouting, Noah was listening. And while everyone else slept soundly, Noah was wide awake, talking to the night. Every single evening, like clockwork, at exactly 2:17 a.m., Noah would climb onto the roof of his small house. He'd pull his knees to his chest and just stare up at the vast, dark sky. The night was his only true friend, the only one that listened without judging. It was there he would whisper his deepest thoughts into the darkness. "I'm trying," he'd say softly. "I really am." His life wasn't some dramatic movie scene. There was no big tragedy, no heartbreaking backstory. It was just a quiet, persistent feeling of failure. He tried his best at school, but he was never at the top of the class. He tried to make friends, but he always felt like an outsider looking in. He tried to dream big, but the voice of doubt in his head was always louder, always more convincing. People often say that if you're struggling, it will show on the outside. But Noah's struggle was completely invisible. It was a silent battle waged entirely within himself. He wore it like a heavy coat that no one else could see. One night, as thick clouds blanketed the moon, Noah noticed something he hadn't seen before. A faint flicker of light. It was a tiny, trembling star, barely visible through the oppressive darkness. And for the first time in what felt like forever, Noah smiled. A genuine, small smile. "That one looks tired," he said to the night, "just like me." From that moment on, Noah began talking to that star. It became his confidant. He told it all his fears. He talked about the suffocating feeling of being left behind in life, of watching everyone else move forward while he was stuck in place. He confessed his deepest terror. That maybe, just maybe, he wasn't meant for anything special at all. The star, of course, never replied. It just hung there in the distance. But that didn't stop Noah. He kept coming back. Every single night. Same time, same spot on the roof. It became his ritual, his one constant, in a world that felt so unsteady. Weeks turned into months. Then one evening, a massive storm rolled into the city. The rain came down in sheets, and the wind howled with a fierce, violent anger. Noah's mother pleaded with him not to go to the roof, her voice filled with worry. Went anyway. He sat there completely soaked and shaking from the cold, staring desperately at the chaotic sky. The star was gone, swallowed by the thick, angry storm clouds. And for the first time, Noah didn't feel sad or lonely. He felt rage. "I showed up," he screamed into the roaring wind and rain. "I show up every single day. Why does it still feel like nothing ever changes?" His voice cracked, the anger giving way to heartbreak. "I'm so tired of believing in things that don't answer back." Rain and tears streamed down his face, blurring his vision. And then, just as he was about to give up, something shifted. The heavy clouds began to part, slowly, reluctantly. And there it was, the same tiny star, reappearing in the clearing. It was still small. It was still flickering faintly, but it was still there. It hadn't given up. Noah let out a long, shaky breath, and in that one profound moment of clarity, I understood. T-Star wasn't shining for him. It wasn't there to solve his problems or to give him a sign. It was shining despite the darkness. Despite the storm, it was shining for itself, who's like him. He was showing up despite everything. The next morning, Noah woke up feeling different. He wasn't suddenly confident or fearless. The change was more subtle. He felt steady, grounded. He started studying again, but this time, it wasn't to prove anyone wrong or to chase first place. It was to honor his own effort, the fact that he kept trying. He started writing. He filled notebooks with his thoughts, his late-night conversations with the sky, the stories of the tired, flickering star. And slowly, awkwardly at first, he started speaking, sharing his honest, quiet thoughts with the world. Years passed. Noah grew up. His writing found its way to people who also felt unseen. The ones who talked to their ceilings at night. The ones who were trying, quietly and persistently, every single day. His words became a beacon for them. In an interview many years later, a journalist asked him, "What was the one thing that truly changed your life?" Noah smiled, a familiar, knowing smile. "The night," he said. "It taught me that even the smallest, most tired light in the universe matters, especially when it refuses to go out." And that night, somewhere high above the sleeping city, a small star flickered, still tired, still small, and still shining. Remember, you don't need to be loud to be powerful. You don't need a huge spotlight to be seen. You just need to keep shining, even when no one is there to clap for you. Your light matters. Thank you for watching.